He doesn't.
I'd imagine.
Why do you think Amin would play golf?
To drink.
I've never heard Amin say that he's played golf.
Why are you thinking of golf? Why is that the situation? Because of a tee time?
Tee times.
Yeah.
You can't miss a tee time.
Well, it's just tee times.
Can you? I don't know.
It's not like a general, hey, show up at 2:00. It's 2:13. It's 8:53.
It's not we're getting there around 9. It's that we tee off at 9:04.
Right. And then you get very elitist, entitled, rich people who are like, hey, you're supposed to be here at 90 seconds ago. I'm trying to tee off here.
That doesn't sound like rich people I know. That doesn't sound like the rich people I know.
No.
Most rich people are just very easygoing.
We're having a great time out here.
Yeah.
Whatever
just
you
having
want.
a great time. Because you're rich.
I have never played golf.
I have not either. I've been to a driving range 5 or 6 times, and I hit a ball once in those 5 or 6 times. Like I swung a club once.
I've been to Top Golf one time.
I usually just hang out and drink. Yeah. I've never golfed at Top Golf, but I've been to Top Golf like 4 times.
Yeah, I maybe took one round of swinging at it, and I think I played once when I was like 12 with my grandma's friend.
Okay.
Because they live on a golf course.
You're too tall to golf.
At 12, I was
6'4",
using an adult's clubs, so that's when it worked out.
My problem is that whenever, like, granted they have them, but they're not readily available. I'm a lefty when I swing, so there's not a lot of left-handed golf clubs just strewn about at these places. You got to really hunt them out, and I don't have that much energy.
It would matter big time.
I mean, I feel like I've swung a right-handed golf club left-handed before. It didn't go well.
No.
It wouldn't go well if it was all the time. I'm a lefty when I swing a bat. I'm a lefty when I write. Everything else is right-handed.
That's
one of those LeBrons. I can lie. Like, remember LeBron shot his offhand free throw contest with Team USA? And he's like, well, I write left-handed, so I can shoot right-handed and call it my offhand. I could pull that off.
We've done this before. On Illuminati, we did an episode about Russell Westbrook is shooting with his wrong hand.
The old Tristan Thompson, right?
Yep. Ben Simmons, KOC's very big on the Ben Simmons shoots with his wrong hand. And if you
Jerv, what do you think about that?
We don't say his name, just to let you know. He is the player formerly known as number 25 in this household. I'll tell you that much.
Excommunicado.
Yeah, excommunicado.
He's out. So Zach,
how do you wait real quick? Not to rehash this too much, but what does the data say? Like, how do you get data to say that someone is shooting with their wrong hand? It's just they're bad at it.
I'm glad you brought this up. It takes a lot of finding. It takes a lot of watching film, and this is the type of stuff that I like to do. Zach, is some people might get at rim field goal percentage, but it takes a real lunatic to watch every single one of Russell Westbrook's layups and chart left hand or right hand, left side or right side, and you get this data that says Russell Westbrook is much more efficient going to his left with his left hand or going to his right with his left hand, and yet he maintains he's a right-handed shooter.
Is he not? He's a lefty in real life, right? In terms of writing, and he's like LeBron, right?
Or Zach
I
Harper,
remember Royce Young did that, like 25 facts you need to know about Russell Westbrook, and one of them was he's actually left-handed in everything but shooting a basketball. And I was like, red flag, like maybe we should look into that.
Wait, does he throw left-handed? Like if he threw a baseball, would that be left-handed?
Let's look at this.
Has he thrown a first pitch before?
First pitch. All right,
Zach,
he threw at a Dodgers game.
Well, Zach, when you toss it, do you toss it left-handed?
I could toss it either way. We're not on Cinephobe, by the way, right now. I don't know if you know that.
It's always Cinephobe. Cinephobe never sleeps.
Oh, he throws right-handed. Right-handed.
Ooh, okay.
Plot twist.
So he does sports things with his right hand and does everything else with his left hand.
Same.
Is that how you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You do the other things with your left hand.
I do anything with.
Why do you shoot with your right hand, Zach?
I don't know. It just I think the first time I shot a basketball, it just felt natural. Like that. I don't like. No one taught me like, all right, shoot with your like. No one taught me throw with your right hand or whatever. Like it just naturally felt that way. I can shoot a basketball maybe like up to 15 feet, like pretty well with my left hand. Like it's pretty comfortable, but I can't shoot from distance at all with my left hand. That's all righty. So I don't know I don't know if that's just a lack of.
What about the layup package? How's that?
Left, right, doesn't matter. It feels fine either way. Right hand is stronger, but left hand feels very, very comfortable. Better floater with my right than my left, but both feel comfortable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the story, guys. Everything you always wanted to know about Russell Westbrook, but were afraid to ask.
Oh, okay, I actually would have been afraid to ask which hand do you write with?
Yeah.
Or which hand he tosses with.
Because you don't know which hand is going to punch you in the face if you ask the wrong question.
Or toss it.
You can tell Amin's in Miami.
Just keep saying toss.
What's wrong with toss? It's a word.
We'll toss it back to you for more toss talk.
Wow.
Here are 39 other things you may or may not know about the man, the myth, the legend. He wears
25.
each outfit only one time. What would be, so let's do this Jeopardy style. What would be the question that you were afraid to ask? Hey, worn that outfit?
You ever change your clothes? Have you ever change your clothes?
You ever wear socks more than once?
When have you ever worn that again? Remember that thing that was all torn up?
Hey,
have you ever worn that again?
Did you wear that a couple months ago? I seem to remember.
That's
I would have asked that the night he came to the arena, no shirt, but had the orange photographer vest on. I'm like, you've worn that before, right? I've seen that.
That's like Pistario Vargas on a hunt.
The answer is he's left-handed. Okay, the question is,
which hand do you write?
So
with?
like you shoot right-handed, but you sometimes hit the side of the backboard. Are you sure you're right-handed?
Yeah, that. There you go.
That's
how you phrase that. He'll be open to that.
Oh man. The answer here
objection leading the witness.
Yeah. He's really smart is the line.
Hey, you a dumb guy?
No, I think it's how smart are you? Really smart is the answer. Are you a dumb guy?
No, I like are you a dumb guy? I'm gonna start asking. Hey, you a dumb guy or a smart guy?
Hey, you dumb?
Yeah.
His favorite school subject was math. Okay,
you're a big science guy, right?
What was your favorite subject?
He said figuring out his outfit is like solving an an
Wait, hold on. Go back. I'm sorry.
How into math are you?
Well, also, but also, are those questions you'd be afraid to ask?
No.
Yeah, I'd be terrified.
Yeah. All right. Let's say press conference, post-game press conference.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, so came out in the second quarter. Did you feel like you lost a little bit of your rhythm there? And then here comes Zach. Yeah. Excuse me. Zach Harper, the Athletic.
Yeah.
What was your favorite subject? Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Quick follow-up.
Yeah, quick follow-up.
So you're really smart. Favorite subject in school?
Oh, I thought you put quick follow-up. Like, what hand do you toss it with?
He says math. I'm like, okay. Sorry, Tim. Just one more. So how into math are you? Well, I mean, every outfit I put together is like solving an equation. Like, all right, no more questions.
And it always equals 1 because I never wear it again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's one. He's a giver. Go.
You a taker? It's insane that I'm legally a journalist. I have absolutely no journalistic instincts at all.
But your favorite subject in school was journalism.
It was, yeah. Big time.
He hates lasagna.
The 2
okay,
semesters,
this one's gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Garfield.
How do you come up with a question where you're afraid to ask?
Oh,
The answer would be he hates lasagna.
I got it.
Okay.
So so Russ, you're you're very into your outfits. It seems like you layer a lot. You must love layering your food as well. Like, no, actually, I hate lasagna. Oh shit.
I was gonna say something like, "Hey, why do G's move in silence?
What?
Why do real G's move in silence?" And he would say, "I don't know. I hate lasagna." It's a Little Wayne line.
Yeah, it's a.
Did you say Little Wayne line?
Yes, I was just watching the best of the Wayans brothers, by the way.
Now he's lying. Now he's. Yep.
No, I swear to God.
Don't show me your phone. I don't want to know what
that's why that's how you know my
research he's
algorithm is good, Zach. I don't have
now it's algorithm. A Lil Wayne lion.
Mystery lion.
He's a diva. Okay, go. Little bit of a diva. Little bit.
We kind of a diva, right, Russ? I mean, we can be honest here. We're friends.
That'd be a tough. I think of all the questions, that would be the hardest one to ask. You know, how
are you a diva?
Without him taking offense to that, you know?
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't.
How about this? You got to build.
I'm gonna call Royce a liar. I'm gonna call Royce a liar. He's not.
No, Royce is 100% here.
There's no way he asked, "Are you a diva?" There's no chance.
Well, these are things you were about Russell Westbrook you were afraid to ask about. So the little blurb says, at least that's what Kevin Durant called him in a 2013 feature.
There you go.
ESPN the magazine, Sam Alapore. Quote, I call him Sasha Fierce. On the court, he's a fierce competitor. Off the court, he's chilling in the front of the mirror, making sure he got the right lip balm on.
All right. So to be clear, Royce,
is there a wrong lip balm?
Royce did not ask a question at all.
We don't know that. We don't know that. He's just using that as confirmation. So maybe he read that interview. Maybe he read that interview from Kevin Durant and then went and asked Russ. So, KD called you a diva. Are you a diva?
No, it's pretty clear that he's just quoting Sam Alapore, who's quoting Kevin Durant.
I don't know.
Telephone.
It's tough to say.
I don't think it's that tough to say. What's next?
He says he has one friend on the court.
The ball.
That's it.
But
why does he throw it against the backboard all the time?
But he's a giver.
Well, he tosses it.
I think that's a good intro.
Oh, it's cold open?
Oh, is it?
Got it. Let's start the show.
There we go. Theme music.
Do
we have theme music?
How long can we do this for? August content, baby!
I love August content.
It's the dead zone.
I wish NBA August lasted forever.
Amin and I are hosting radio tomorrow and Thursday. It's going to be the best 6 hours. Best 6 hours.
3 hours apiece.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, like if I were our boss, Zach, I would give everybody at the station the month off and just have us fill every show.
I would do it. We could fill that so easily because this is the problem. Is that everyone in radio is like, you got to do things a certain way. We got to format. We got to talk about the news and everything. There's no news. What you need are people who can bullshit.
Yes.
No one is full of more bullshit than myself and Amin Elhassan.
We do it at a level that is reminiscent of like, imagine watching G-Leaguers play and then watching like 1996 Michael Jordan. That's the level of bullshit that we do in August. In August, everyone else is just kind of like.
And it means Dennis Rodman.
Sure, I'm rebounding all of your bricks and giving them back to you.
Showing up drunk, having to go to Vegas just to get away for 48 hours.
You know, sometimes you need a respite. You know?
Some kind of interpretive dance going on here. Amin, how did you like? Now you weren't there, but I'm assuming you were very invested in Goran Dragic's farewell game.
I was wondering about this. Yeah.
I was invited and I could not go.
Why not?
I couldn't go.
Wow, I guess Goran not that good of a friend.
No, I'm not that good a friend. Goran's a great friend. He invited me. He said, you got to come. And I said, I lied to him. I said, okay, yeah, definitely. This is months ago. And then
I'm 5 minutes away.
Pretty much.
You're right there.
So no, it was fun, and I'm glad they gave it the appropriate, like, this shit ain't that serious. So impromptu soccer game, one-on-one game against his brother. By the way, his brother blew right by him. Great defense at Goran. No wonder you're retired. And it was definitely a great feeling of FOMO. I wish I had gone, but look, Goran, the number of people who came out to support him should tell you a lot about who he is as a person. You know, a lot of people don't know this. Like, Goran was Luka Doncic's favorite player growing up. Like, that's some real shit. Like, Goran, I know Levitar showed they were having fun with it yesterday, talking about, why does Goran get a retirement game? It was like, he literally, up until Luka Doncic, he was the greatest player in Slovenian history.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a big, question mark. And then, like I said, the number of people from so many different places, so many different teams that came out to support him is also kind of indicative of kind of who he is as a person and how well respected he is in the NBA.
What is your favorite Goran Dragic memory?
Oh, good question.
His pre-draft workout.
If you were to do a roast of Goran Dragic or just storytelling about Goran Dragic, what would it be?
A roast? I would say the roast would be him, like, as a rookie, wearing tight jeans that are all ripped and declaring it Euroschlag.
It was. And look what happened.
Yeah. And then the world, you know what's funny? Everything I made fun of him, like, everyone started dressing like that a couple of years later.
Yeah.
It is weird how that like, we send them our, like, movies and music and they get it late. They send us their fashion and we get it late.
Yeah. We accept it late, I would say.
Okay.
They just get it when they get it with the movies and the entertainment.
Oh, so it's our choice, but, like, it's not theirs. Yeah. Actually, I agree with you there. You're right. Like, we can do it anytime we want. We just don't feel like it. Like, that looks whatever.
Like, Milan Fashion Week happens.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we'll get to it.
So, as you guys know, I'm a big fashion connoisseur. Billie Eilish performed at the Olympics thing, looking like Adam Sandler. And I was wondering, like, what is that? Like, why is that fashionable now to just be baggy clothes and look like you're swimming in those clothes?
According to Ian Carmel, famous comedian, author, when he was on, I don't remember what episode did he just do for? Oh, he was on the Airheads episode. He called it Sandler Core, in which people are dressing like Adam Sandler. Sandler Core.
So it might be Sandler himself causing.
I mean, I don't think we realize the impact he has culturally, just because we kind of try to stay away from it, except for like 15 times on Cinephobe.
Yeah,
whose fault is that?
Everyone's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Is it Sandler Core or is it just 90s coming back?
Remember the Aaliyah video with the baggy pants? Are you that somebody?
Yeah, and then the little halter top.
That was sexy because I think you could see some skin.
I think it's because it was Aaliyah.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I mean, it's just like hoodies, sweatshirts, baggy shirts, baggy pants. I don't know. Just seems like they're wearing bed sheets.
But see, Tom, you got to think about it. You're a little younger than me, but I remember, like, late 90s, early 2000s, where all of a sudden all the girls had bell bottoms.
Yeah,
it's like, why did bell bottoms come back? It's dumb pants, right? But, like, for them, for that era or whatever, they're like, oh, this is some cool shit. I saw, like, an old picture of my mom wearing this, and I think it looks cool, and I want to do it. I get the feeling that's what these kids are doing. They're seeing old pictures of how people dressed in the late 90s, early 2000s, and like, that looks cool. I want to try that shit on. It's they're cosplaying as us, basically. That's not Adam Sandler. I don't know what this is.
Billie Eilish is.
No, I don't know. That's pretty Adam Sandler.
That's heroin chic.
That performance outfit was an ode to eclectic street style. Dad core.
which is Sandler core.
Sandler core, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad
the polo
cargo
shirt,
shorts.
super oversized polo shirt is very Adam Sandler.
No, his is kind of. It's not like that though. That's a nice polo shirt. His
Well,
got to be like.
he's well, I don't know. He has some decent stuff.
Well, do you think that
Does
that
he?
she had to wear this because it was Olympics and the polo Ralph Lauren is sponsoring the Olympics? I think that's.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like, she
but
would
didn't
have
to wear
worn a
those
champion
shorts.
logoed. Adam
Well,
Sandler.
Tom, according to this article, if it were anyone else, the first thought when seeing the multifaceted look would be fashion faux pas. But because it's Billie, it's a major style serve.
See,
This,
yeah.
well, don't say that. Let's not say style
No?
served. I don't like that.
You can't
Serve.
No.
Serve.
And she didn't eat on that. Oh, she ate on that. Like none of that. We
No?
don't need to do any of that.
Yeah,
That
Maisie got
patois.
served.
That's another thing where I think a lot of this stuff comes from just celebrities deciding what can I get away with
Mhm.
fashion wise. Not I think this looks good. Can I get away with this?
Which brings us back to Russell Westbrook. I feel like Russell just wanted to see what he
Mhm.
could get away with, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Trolling to the point of like, I am so powerful and so magnetic as a star. I can wear a traffic vest to a game
Mhm.
and people will think it's cool.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
And not just that, we are going to dissect the minutia of how much shit talking is this.
Hmm.
Fish Tix says Maze looks like the hanger-on who is in the crew because he has the car. Yeah.
The car is the StreamYard that's
Uh,
publishing to YouTube.
yeah. And
None of
Fish
us know
Stick-
how to post a podcast.
No, we really don't. Also, Fish Sticks has been trying to do the looks like thing poorly, I might add.
That was the best one.
That I guess that's the one that Tom noticed. I've been seeing them all, and I'm not impressed.
I get Billy Zane and Carlos Boozer a lot. Zachary Quinto, is that the guy?
Oh
Quinto?
yeah, Quinto.
I get
Quinto?
him.
Yeah.
Slow Horses was on the other day, and I thought of you guys.
What do you mean it was on?
Wait,
What do you
why
mean
did
slow?
you think? Yeah, that's
I'm
like,
now
I thought of
58
you
years
guys.
old, apparently.
You got slow horses, what you need a thoroughbreds.
If you're just checking in, this is the OG pod. Yeah.
Did Tom
love
somehow
Tom
find
resetting on YouTube.
an Apple TV channel that's
Yeah.
playing slow horses against his will? What
Yeah,
do you mean it was
that's not what I
on?
just
You put it on. You were
What is
watching
slow
it.
horses?
It's the
That's
Gary
a TV
Oldman
show?
Yeah,
Oh, that one. Okay, got it.
it's good. It's a good show.
Yeah, Gary Oldman is why I thought of you guys.
I haven't watched a Gary Oldman thing since Tiptoes.
So
What is it? But why did you think of us? What?
because it's
Please explain
Tiptoes.
more.
Because Gary Oldman doing
Okay.
anything, I imagine you guys ripping Tiptoes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was watching Pulp Fiction.
We gotta
last
watch it
night,
again.
and I don't think I knew or remembered that Gary Oldman and Uma Thurman were married for like 2 years when she was 18
Yeah,
and
Really?
he was
Gary
he was
Oldman-
30.
Gary Oldman's
Oldman
got
is his name.
he's
Oldman.
got a real bad past.
Not
He's
great.
a real piece of
Really?
shit. Yeah,
Not
he's
great.
got some bad stuff in his past.
Hmm.
That's not what I mean. That's not great.
I mean,
but that's not
married
one
to
of
an
the worst.
18-year-old can't
It's
be
not
a
great. It's
highlight.
not great, but it gets worse. It gets worse for sure. I actually knew someone who not used to be married. She used to date him. And had some pretty troubling things to say.
Tim
Okay.
Roberts says he definitely likes sloppy steaks about Gary Oldman.
Oh, he's a real piece of shit.
Real piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Lives for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Guys,
Jeans. Chicken spaghetti at Ciccolinis.
do you guys see this Magic Johnson Anthony Edwards beef?
No,
You guys see this?
I have not seen this.
Oh my god, I mean, this is gonna blow your tits off. Just
I
wait.
thought-
Okay.
I saw it in the rundown. I thought you was like Magic, the Orlando Magic,
No. This is Magic Johnson
or
of,
Magic the Gathering.
of Lakers lore. the
Yeah,
the
he's
Dodgers
furious. He's furious
Yeah.
at Magic the Gathering.
owner. Yeah.
He's a big Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
What?
I remember seeing that headline being like, wow, he was talking shit about the Orlando Magic. What could you possibly be talking shit about with the Orlando Magic? Like, that's way more unlikely than the actual Magic that he's referring to.
What if he's mad that they traded Vucevic?
Like, you guys should have never let go of him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
This was a mistake.
that's pretty.
Sure,
that's
you
a-
ended up with Wendell Carter
that would be a
Jr. and
great
Franz
I-
Wagner,
you
but
know
at
what?
what cost?
I would. This is, you know what? I just thought of a great idea of a podcast in which NBA players complain about transactions by teams they don't play for that happened before they were in the league.
Mhm.
You have to.
So you got to get like Tyrese Halliburton talking about, I cannot believe the Knicks paid Tim Hardaway Jr. all that money. Like, it's got to be like shit that happened well before his time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards. I can't believe they gave Channing Frye that contract in Orlando
Mhm.
4 years ago.
They
Yeah.
knew he had a heart condition, and they
They
did
knew
it
he had a
anyway.
heart condition. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heart
Come on.
condition file.
Be serious.
So in a recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, Anthony Edwards was asked how his generation compares to past generations. This is what he had to say. Quote, I didn't watch it back in the day, so I can't speak on it. They say it was tougher back then than it
he
is
speaks on
now,
Then
But
he
I
speaks
don't-
on it.
but I don't think anybody had skill back then. MJ was the only one that really had skill. You know what I mean? So that's why when they saw Kobe, they were like, oh my God. But now everybody has skill.
It's great. You know, it's crazy. It's the exact kind of gibberish a child would say.
Absolutely.
That's why-
he sounds like a
like-
22-year-old.
Yeah.
In his mind, he sounds like a 12-year-old. In his mind, like, there was no skill. Then Michael Jordan happened, like, oh, that's skill. And then there was no skill after that. And then Kobe came around, like,
Yeah. So,
So
That's
much
how he
skill.
that's how we. But now it's like, everyone does it.
I mean, what if I told you that Magic Johnson, Irvin Magic Johnson, did not like that? No,
Mhm.
That's-
what did he say?
that's the other MJ. So he was on stage with Stephen A. Smith at something. I don't know what he was at. Stephen A. asked him about it in a very bombastic way,
No,
He said-
not my
No.
Stephen
Yeah.
A.
No.
in a very
Had a-
leading way as well. And Magic said this. I don't never respond to a guy that's never won a championship. There's nothing to really say. He didn't win a college championship. I don't even know if he won a high school championship.
That's a good point. That's a damn good point.
Now,
I
he
don't
did
think
win
did.
a high school championship.
Mm.
Junior
Did he?
season. Yeah, junior season won a high school championship.
What class? Because
Yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
is one of those ones with like 7 million classes.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't.
I'll look it up.
was-
You
it
keep
was one of
talking, I'll
them.
look
It
it
was
up.
one of them. It was one of those classes. This was also during a time where like Ant reclassified to 2020 and then reclassified back to 2019. Like he was all over the place with this stuff, right? And so
Oh, AAA? Hell no. AAA is nothing in Georgia.
do you know that
So-
to be certain?
Yeah.
Where
because
would
I-
Georgia
Magic
Tech?
Johnson?
Oh, man.
Where would Magic Johnson rank on your most likely former player to get agitated by that comment? Rick Barry would be my number one.
Pretty low. Rick Barry would.
Rick Barry would be my number one pick.
Okay. Not
On
only
his
does
Easy
he,
would be my number
own?
one pick.
On his own, not really, but being prodded by Stephen A. Smith, hi.
not only did he win a AAA state championship, but he won it in the Independent School Association, which is does not feature like the powerhouse public schools. This is the schools that are parochial schools, independent schools, and private schools, which
This
tend
really
to be a less
does
competitive. I'm just
not
saying.
matter regarding
It
the
does.
No, this is
conversation we're
this is some Georgia exposition right here that we
No,
really
need.
need.
it's
But I
really
appreciate this.
taking us away
I mean,
from.
I kind of feel like this is important. I'm backing up Magic Johnson's assertion that this dude
Yeah.
has never won anything.
Well, no, even let's say we count this high school championship
Yep,
as one of the greatest high school championships to ever happen.
Massive.
Okay?
Yes.
I don't think that's the argument ender here.
It is the argument because that's the counter. It pokes holes in Magic's counter argument. So you never won anything. Oh yeah,
No,
The
no,
five-
because he
the
says I don't,
5A
even,
champ.
I don't even know if he won
Yeah.
a high school championship. And you say, well, actually, he did. It goes, okay. What about NCAA or NBA? Name two.
No.
But the I don't even know is
He's
It's
got to
A
go.
very
dismissal in
dismissive.
itself.
Yeah,
It's not. It's
very
not.
dismissive.
Doesn't matter whether he
I mean,
wanted it or not.
now-
Magic doesn't
now-
care.
Now, before
Also,
we take sides, hold
Anthony
on.
Edwards has as many gold medals as Magic Johnson. Gonna throw that one out there too.
Oh,
Now, before we take sides, Yahoo Sports tweeted out a picture of Ant
Mm-hmm.
and said, Ant says MJ was the only player that had skill back in the day. Eyeball emoji via @WSJ. To which
Eyeball, not eye roll, right? Eyeball. Is
eyeball,
the two
like
eyes.
ooh, look at those. Yeah.
Yeah.
To which Isaiah Thomas, Pistons legend, Hall of Famer, quote tweeted saying, propaganda works, so be careful what you choose to believe. Clearly a shot at the Last Dance.
Ooh,
Clearly
keep
a
your
shot
third
at
eye
Michael Jordan at the
open.
Last Dance.
wow.
Keep your third Isaiah open.
Yes. Now, before Isaiah chimed in on Twitter, I was willing to completely side with Magic Johnson. Then at that point, where you start attacking the propaganda of Michael Jordan as a really has nothing to do with this conversation, the propaganda of it all, then I started wondering, all right, maybe I should go on Ant's side here.
No, he's got
You're
a great
saying-
point, Zach.
I don't know if
Like,
he doesn't.
Yes, he has a great point. He absolutely has a great point. He absolutely has a great point because people who didn't watch and don't want to do the requisite watching to have an informed opinion watch The Last Dance. And my favorite thing is when people say, well, it's a documentary. As if you just call something a documentary, that means it's all like 100% unbiased,
Absolutely.
factual truths.
I
right?
believe every documentary to be 100% true.
It's a
documentary?
jockumentary.
Every
Okay,
single one.
a jockumentary.
Whoa.
Yeah, ride that jock.
Whoa.
Young jock.
Like a jock.
If it was
like
about
like an
if it was
athlete.
about Dikembe Mutombo, it'd be a blockumentary.
If it was about Ron Jeremy, it'd still be a documentary.
If it was about Kurt Schilling, it'd be a sockumentary.
Mm.
If it was about Wesley Pipes, it'd still be a documentary. If it was about Peter North, it'd still be a documentary.
If it was
So
about Robert Plant, it'd be a rockumentary.
also it was about Dwayne Johnson.
It'd be about a shepherd. It'd be a flockumentary.
Mm-hmm. If it was about a podcast, it'd be a talkumentary.
If it was about Nat Turner, still be a documentary. Nat Turner.
If it was about Biggie's rival, it'd be a pockumentary.
Mm. If it was about what Plaxico Burress used to take to the club with him, it'd be a glockumentary.
If it was about Blackzilla, it'd still be a documentary.
If it was Bart Simpson after school in detention, it'd be a chalkumentary.
Mm.
If it was about any of the male stars of black.com, it would still be a documentary.
Yeah.
How deep is Amin's Rolodex here?
Wow. So
Like,
deep.
I think you just
Well,
you just saw it
ran
run out.
Yeah, he just, he just saw it run out. It's,
It's
I
about
think
me. It'd
what-
be a cockumentary.
still not on Cinephobe.
So wait, I'm connecting the dots here. Zach, what you're telling me is that Isaiah Thomas came in talking about the propaganda machine
Mhm.
of Michael Jordan, responding to what outlet was it?
The Wall Street Journal.
Yahoo.
Yahoo, Wall Street Journal. Yahoo by yeah.
Interesting. Yahoo.
Do you have anything to do with that, Tom?
Oh, I was just bringing it up.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just
Oh,
Interesting.
noting that if we're talking about Michael Jordan propaganda and truth squatting, some Michael Jordan stuff, it's curious that Yahoo would be the one, or interesting to me that Yahoo
Yeah.
would be the one to do it there.
That's pretty great.
Every stat story now, every statistics story, stat keeping story now, I get tagged in every single one.
You have to.
Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Angel Reese with the offensive rebounds to her own missed shots.
The Moses Malone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Z-bounce.
Is he bounce? Huh?
Rebounds.
Oh, yeah. I guess that does
I'm
work.
workshopping it. Can we do some Reese's Pieces and
No,
those
Reese bounds.
Reese bounds is perfect because like
Yeah, Reese
rebounds, but it's Angel Reese bounds.
Yeah.
There's no wrong
Rebound.
way to grab a rebound.
Yeah.
I'll
buy it.
I think there's validity on some level. We get past the semantics of it all to what Ant says, because you can just go watch older stuff, older footage, and see that skills were not what they were back. Like, if you ever watched Dr. J shoot a jump shot, it looks weird.
Right. But
Right?
Zach, he's not talking about Dr. J though. Like, he's talking about
Plumbers.
like
He kind of is.
yeah. No, he's not, because he's basically saying like until Kobe Bryant. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do? So Grant Hill is in that span.
Sure. Iverson.
Iverson is in that span.
I'm guessing he didn't know Iverson played at the same time as Grant Hill. Like, he's 22.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the other problem. He was
literally not old, not born when he stepped over Tyronn Lue.
Mm-hmm.
No, that can't be right.
If he's 22, that was 2001.
Wait, so that means
I'm on it.
that means he's born post 9/11.
Let's call. Can we do a lifeline with?
He was born
Russell Westbrook?
August 5th, 2001.
Okay, so there's a line for 9/11, guys.
Wow.
But
A month old.
but after Tyronn Lue getting stepped over, you're right. You're right, Tom.
Right in
In
that
the
sweet spot.
spot, right between. Yeah, same note too. Well, it's
Interesting.
to be fair to Ant, we didn't have Chris Brickley and Lethal Shooter back in Magic Johnson's days, so clearly skills hadn't been invented yet.
I will
shout out
not.
to
Be, I will not. I will
Shout out
not
to
be
Lethal Shooter.
antagonized.
Yes.
No.
Shout out
No?
to Lethal Shooter.
No.
Shout out to Lethal Shooter.
I
Can
like
I
that
ask you a question?
Yep.
The National Guard. I just want to make sure I've got all my bases covered here. The National Guard is part of the defense system, right?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So tax dollars
And we thank them
help
for their
fund.
service.
We do. We absolutely thank them for their service. Tax dollars fund the National Guard.
Absolutely. They don't have fundraisers, Zach. It's all
Right.
tax dollars.
Yeah.
pretty much.
And again, we thank them for their service.
Yeah.
If someone was to
No.
get into a military vehicle,
Mhm.
drive around with the National Guard, throw a basketball, start screaming at a camera, that is our tax dollars paying for this service, right?
Yes
Paying
and
for
no.
this usage of the. Like, I'm guessing he didn't fill up that.
No, but Zach, it's yes and no. It's kind of like the interstates are our tax dollars at work, but it's not like one extra person using the interstate is a waste of our tax money, if that makes sense.
Well, there's an
It sure is, though.
opportunity cost that because someone might be using that Humvee, there's an opportunity that someone else didn't get with that Humvee.
Sure,
Mhm.
sure. That's assuming that there was something happening, but I think I don't think the National Guard was called into anything last couple of weeks. So I'm gonna say,
But what if? What if there was an alien invasion and we needed that Humvee?
well, I don't think we would have kept filming with Lethal Shooter.
Oh, he would definitely keep
That would
filming. Are
be
you kidding me? He would
amazing
definitely
content.
keep filming. No one's ever shot a basketball during an alien invasion
Alien
before.
invasion.
We're making history.
But has anyone
Hey,
done that
locked in.
before? He's got a point though. I don't know.
No one's done it.
Zach, what is it that you sent me? That was
I love the idea of him yelling, "Stay locked in," at a fucking alien. That's the first contact we have.
he keeps shooting and then he turns back and looks at the alien and yells at them.
You
Stay
can't
locked
phase
in.
me. Stay locked in.
I'm pulling up what Zach sent me earlier that had me dying.
It's a screenshot of the dude with the sign.
Oh, the guy is holding. It's the guy with the sign. You guys, know
Yeah,
this,
dude
right?
with a sign. It's it's got
And it
millions
says-
of followers. Yeah.
And the caption on the sign is "Girls fart, they're lying." And the first comment, or the top rated comment, is Lethal Shooter, real talk. And I told Zach,
he will comment on anything.
I
His
just
full-time job is commenting on Instagram so that he gets noticed.
no.
Are you lethal?
The game,
He's
man.
lethal.
Shooting coach side gig. Number one, commenting on IG.
Well, number one is making IG content.
No, number one is he comments way more.
He
than
makes
they
a
say.
lot of. He makes a lot of.
He makes a
content.
lot of comments. Trust me. Go to any account.
Show me another example.
All right, I'm just pull up a.
You do.
Give me a random account to think of.
It's got to be something that's pretty
Significant, yes.
popular, right?
Yeah.
30 AF, is that too off the rails?
30 AF.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think of,
isn't
like,
it like I am 30 AF?
Oh yeah, something like that. I don't know. I don't actually follow them.
Okay.
I just get it through my algorithm.
All right, I'll find.
I don't know. I find his content delightful because there's a certain level.
No.
What?
Amin has leaned into liking his content because it aggravates me so much.
No, you are so self-centered, Zach. One would think you're an only child the way you think of the universe revolves around you. I don't.
No, this is how you make decisions. This has nothing to do with me or the universe. This is strictly a you thing.
I know. I make my decisions based on what brings me joy, and this brings me joy.
What brings you more joy than Zach's pain?
Right, him shooting for the National Guard. Him throwing a basketball 50 feet outside of a moving military vehicle.
I'm gonna tell you, my favorite ones are usually just him in a gym. It's not the gimmicks. It's just him.
Yeah, you
in a
like
gym.
it stripped down. You like
the
an
skits.
authentic
No, he likes the
lethal shooter
skits.
experience.
He likes the skits. He likes.
I like
skits.
the skits. The skits are number one because he's so incredibly ass on. And I keep thinking to myself about what is his thought process of like, oh, this would be funny, and then his recruitment of real actors and comedians.
Yeah.
Hey, star in this. I want you to do this. And bless their hearts, they're like, you know what? I'll just go along with it.
Well, he's got to be paying. He's got to be making a shitload of money on social media.
He's not paying these people.
What?
No, he's not paying. You think he's paying?
He's paying them in some sort of Instagram currency. You know,
he's also probably like doing like a shooting session with them of like.
Yes, that I think it's that.
It's exchange of services.
Yes, of services. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I don't think there's no payola going on. Like Jadakiss on the phone, they didn't pay Jadakiss.
You might have to pay Jadakiss. I don't know. You might have to pay Jadakiss.
You have to pay extra for the laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else do we have on the rundown?
So are you ready to watch Steve Ballmer during every Clippers game?
I think what we got to do here is we're gonna rank the new Halo board features at the Clippers Intuit Dome. So there's a bunch of like sort of cool ones.
No,
like,
there's one that is absolutely the top one.
But like there's the ones that are not on the list are like there'll be player specific little like bios and it'll give more info about them and show the charities that they donate to and stuff. Like there's so much screen board action that there's so much real estate that they can fill with stuff.
But don't they have to keep repeating it because what might be visible to one side is not visible on the other side? Or
it's visible everywhere.
Or does it scroll? Does it just scroll?
This thing's massive.
Those are good questions. I just have a video of. So this is one of the things on my list, which is the Enter the Storm simulation to start the second half, complete with the sounds of being caught out at sea. So this is going to be playing.
It's very stressful
every halftime.
Lightning comes before thunder.
Sometimes.
Is this because they're boats?
Yeah.
Now,
are they going to do this if they're down 25 at half?
Yep.
Yeah, because
they're drowning.
They're going to storm back. Yep.
This is just going to make people have to pee.
Also, well, it's a good thing there's 8 million toilets all over this goddamn place. Urinals.
Keep your third eye open. Yep.
I my thing is this: is anyone even going to be back in their seats to see this shit?
Wait, there's applause for that?
Yep. Make waves, baby.
I feel like this is just, hey, we have a Halo board. What can we do on it?
Yeah,
I can't believe they're opening this new stadium with Kawhi as the face of the team. Like, think about all the personalities you could have had in the NBA to open up
Who
your
could you
team.
have?
I don't know. Give me Jeff Teague.
He's
3
available.
years out of
Just
the
put him
series.
on the Jumbotron and have him talk and tell stories.
Yeah,
He would sell out the place.
absolutely. I'd buy a ticket.
I
Yep.
love Jeff Teague. I love his stories. He's not selling out an arena, guys. Kawhi Leonard moves units.
Does he?
All right.
Does he?
He
So
does.
that's
right.
one feature right there. The
That's
storm.
last. That's all. That's already last based on.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Well,
other things. I know one.
Yeah.
other
What were the other ones?
Okay.
There's also a Steve cam that follows Ballmer's every courtside fist pump. So that means that there's probably a camera designated on
So it's just a
Steve
picture.
Ballmer.
Is he always
whole
on
game.
screen?
I don't know if he's always on
That's it.
screen, but
Yeah.
anytime they want to go to that camera, it's ready.
Sure. That
So-
is like if I was a billionaire who paid for this arena, the state, I would be on screen the entire game.
Would you have a GoPro mounted to your chest looking back?
No, because I think that would be uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
I think you should have a GoPro that you should sometimes, Zach, take off and put down beside you
Mhm.
as you celebrate. Then you go back and put the GoPro back on.
It's
Yeah.
very jujitsu, the Nick Cage movie from 2020. That's all this is.
And then the last feature, T-shirt cannons at
Yo,
the top, ready to
that one.
launch free
Number
shirts to
one.
fans seated at the top of the arena.
Have you seen this thing in action?
Man of the people.
I haven't, but I'm glad Mays described it the way he did, because the way it had been described to me was the cannons were in the video board and it was shooting out
I
of
think
the
they
video board.
are
You're saying they're on top
Have
of
you
them.
at the top of the halo.
Okay, they were telling me it was inside the halo, like
Okay.
out of the
There's
screen. it
video.
was shooting out.
There's video.
Let me see it. Let me see what these shirts.
Maze, do you have the
come from.
video?
Yeah, it's on.
I like I said,
He's a
I
man
had
of the
the-
people. Amazing.
I had the imagination that the screen would open up and a cannon would come out, kind of like a pirate ship. You know how they have like those cannons in the side,
Yeah.
and then boom, boom, boom. There we go.
It's kind of hard to see here.
No, they start flying.
Oh no, they see they're
Oh,
the
this
cannons
is
are on the top of it.
concussions. There's so many people going to the
Yeah,
hospital after
this
this.
seems like a hazard.
Wait, they're throwing it from the roof?
They're shooting.
Ballmer throwing it and then they're being shot. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
What happened to the Condor?
Oh,
He's still there.
But Ballmer's now but basically he's the mascot. He always was, but yeah, this is dangerous, guys. I am scared now.
Oh, it's t-shirts, man. Get a grip. What are you scared of? You scared a t-shirt is gonna hurt somebody? Oh, I was hit on the head by a t-shirt. Oh, is that a cotton polyester blend? Oh, I can only take about 35%. Oh, anything more than that? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. I'm scared. That shit,
It's a good
like,
idea and concept though, because the top level people don't get the t-shirts, right? It's only they shoot them from the court. But
Yeah.
I don't
Now
know.
they get-
That's any sort of projectile launcher being mounted into a board with panoramic vision of a whole crowd seems a little. I don't know.
Does that now?
About.
Do the t-shirts follow the exit trajectory of his hand? So if he goes like this, will the t-shirt go
No.
down? If he
No.
goes like
Not like
this,
that.
will it go?
the baseball simulators
No.
where the pitcher
Yeah.
is throwing and then it pops
This
out.
is crazy. Yeah.
I don't like that. It's too real.
Too real?
Too real.
Zach, are you gonna go this year?
Oh yeah. I'll go.
Opening
I'll go opening night, and then after that, I don't know.
Sell
How
out.
good, how good's this team gonna be?
If you were real, you go like a random night in November. Like, oh, I don't even know who's playing tonight. I'm just going.
I might.
The Hornets are in town.
Oh,
Depends on who's in town. Yeah. Oh, Hornets are in town. I gotta see.
Is there
that
an
James Book
NBA
night?
is he going to be alive by then?
Oh,
Is
whoa,
there an
whoa,
NBA team that you're like, no matter what the opponent, no matter what the date, the time, I'll pass. You're not going. You're not going to go see them.
I'm not going to see them.
Easy now, guys. Easy. Okay.
No, I think I'm interested in just because I want to see Cam Thomas. No, there's not a team. I'm in on the Bulls.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see Josh Giddey. I won't lie. I want to see Josh Giddey.
What am I going to learn in person that I couldn't just see on TV?
No, I like watching him play. I think he plays a fun style.
No, I don't. I mean, a guy like I'm gonna go down to Inglewood to see a guy who doesn't shoot.
He passes. He's a really good passer. I want to see him
Okay.
throw some cool passes.
I can go see Jokic if I want to see the passes.
I mean, no one's saying that if you see this, you can't see Jokic. You could do that too.
Right, but if I'm trying to get off on passing, there are other options other than Josh Giddey.
I mean,
Speaking of which, I did a little math on the national TV games, and the Minnesota Timberwolves had the biggest jump in national TV games of any team in the league. 11 more than they had last year.
Yeah.
How does this end, and why do we blame Rudy Gobert?
I mean, we blame him because it's usually his fault. No, that's not true. That's not true. It's never his fault. Just ask anyone from Utah. Anyone
up until
no offense, Tom.
2022.
Anyone? No, they still defend him to this day.
Do they?
Oh my god! If I say one mediocre thing, like calling him like any kind of like mediocre in terms of like harshness, right? Oh, you hate him because of blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I just like you can't catch a basketball. What am I supposed to do? Like this is like that's the thing. That's the thing I have a problem with. Like guys get played off the court defensively. If you can't catch a basketball cleanly and make the team pay, then I don't know how I'm supposed to keep defending you. But the analytics community, Tom, and I do have questions. But like, why won't the analytics community admit that Rudy Gobert sometimes should not be playing in the postseason?
I don't think it's. I mean, the analytics community is a pretty broad stroke there.
Yeah.
I think that every single one of them.
Shout out to
As
Broads.
the representative on the pod, what do you
the
have
representative
to say?
on the pod?
Yeah. I will not stand for this. My constituents in the analytics community are apoplectic at your generalization.
Joke's on
Your
you. I know what
stereotype.
that word means.
Generalization, Zach, means when like you take something and you paint it
And
with
you
a
make
broad
them a
brush.
general of an army, right?
There you go.
And then Lethal Shooter takes a jump shot over him and just starts screaming.
He generalized.
They locked
himself
in.
for the National Guard. That's how that happened.
Wait, so me, remember your story about Sean Marion? I think you've told this one about like, hey, you really want to be the number one guy on the offense? All right, here we go.
Yeah, they
Here we
forced
go.
it at him. Yeah.
Do you think the NBA is doing a little bit of this with Rudy Gobert? Like, oh, you really want to be on national TV and get the respect as a big time national TV? You want to see how it works out for you, Rudy?
Well, I know how it's going to work out. He's not going to play. Like he'll play, and then they'll sit him in the fourth, and then Anthony Edwards will win the game, and that's how that's going to work.
Yeah.
That's if he doesn't have surgery, fictitious surgery.
Crazy.
That is
on his finger.
I still have
5 minutes.
That's still got to be a translation issue.
I interviewed Sam Amick about it, and Sam Amick told me. I said, "Was there translation?" He's like, "No, he said it in English, and he knew." He didn't say it to a massive scrum. It was like it was me and a couple of other NBA reporters.
But he's been around nothing but French people for weeks at that point.
So he
he's
forgot
speaking
English?
in French. No, you just have to. Not that he forgot English. It's just that you have to retrain your brain to communicate in English in a natural way, and I think there's a bit of a hurdle there.
Whoa, guys.
Thomas Hurdle.
We just got Rudy Gobert on the line here. Why don't we just ask him?
Okay.
Oh mon Dieu. The summer of Rudy, he continues. Operation is a task.
Are you saying things with a French accent and then saying things with a less French accent?
I'm saying it in French and then I'm translating. You say it is a translation issue. Opération.
Did you sneeze?
Be
Okay, sorry.
a job, a métier. Opération. So the doctor, he was doing his operation when he looked at my finger and I was sitting on a table. The opération, le table d'opération, the operating table, is where he was doing the operation.
I'm gonna need a couple more how you says.
Okay.
Comment vous dites opération?
So, Rudy, I wanted to ask you, as a French national, perhaps the face of the French national team up into. How did you feel about Victor Wembanyama kind of stealing all that spotlight and becoming the face of the program?
Qui?
Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, Victor. Oui. I let him. What? I want him to get experience.
Are you worried that
you want the team to get experience?
No.
He wants. He allowed. What he's trying to say is, I know it's hard to translate.
No, Thomas. I do not need you to speak for me. I speak. Victor, he needs the experience. He need to play. He cry after the game. He need to toughen up.
Now, Rudy.
Rudy, I am tough.
Rudy, do you think that France won the silver medal instead of the gold medal because the referees had bet on Team USA to win the gold?
Zachary, silver en français, c'est argent, which also means money.
A lot of money.
Gardez ton troisième œil ouvert.
What?
Rudy.
Third eye open.
Okay. Rudy, I want to ask you a question away from basketball. You know, recently I do a podcast with Zach Harper called Cinephobe, and we did this movie. Oh, it's this podcast where Zach Harper and I watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes and try to ascertain whether they're accurately rated or maybe they get a fair shake. The podcast is produced by Anthony Mays, and you get it wherever you get podcasts. And recently, we rewatched a movie that we did many, many years ago called Jiu-Jitsu. And the star of Jiu-Jitsu is a gentleman by the name of Alan Musi. So, Rudy, I didn't know if you grew up watching Alan Musi films. What is your opinions of the acting abilities of Alan Musi?
It's a real deep cut.
Yeah.
You know what?
You are asking a lot of Rudy right now.
This is for 115 people that were on our Patreon live stream last night. This is real inside podcasting.
Moi, Rudy Gobert, I like the film Le Jean-Luc Godard, le classique du cinéma.
Jean-Luc Mbamute, right?
Yep.
Jean-Luc Richard Mbamute Godard.
I thought you were going to say Jean-Lucas III.
Alain Musi is a good name, but he's not French. I do not know him.
Oh, he's not French. Oh, sure.
Rudy, Cooper Flag just got
Cooper.
Yep.
Scuba.
He just got a New Balance deal.
Is this good podcasting?
No, it's not.
The intelligent choice.
C'est très intelligent. Oui, it is intelligent. I think Cooper.
Do you think you should have been the intelligent choice? Do you feel like you got kind of the short end of the stick on that one?
Everyone, tout le monde, everyone wants Rudy to wear the shoes. Everyone. I do not have the time.
You don't have the time, what? To put on shoes?
Shoes.
Rudy, if I looked at the news that Coupe had signed with New Balance, and thought, oh shit, he's a bust now. Is that an accurate reaction?
Oui.
Yeah.
Rudy, before we let you go,
yes, put you out of your misery.
What do you think about the J-Lo Ben Affleck divorce?
I am ravaged with despair. I am so torn apart. Love is dead. Gilly, on a Gilly en France. We had Gilly in France. I watched this et le Jean-Luc Godard. Et Je suis désespéré. I am devastated.
Okay,
Rudy,
thank you.
Rudy, what hand do you write with? Most people be afraid to ask Rudy that, but I'm not.
The middle one.
Which one do you toss it with?
C'est pas important. Les deux.
Well, this has gone on for a while.
Oui. Rudy answer many questions.
Gone for a while. All right, let's let him go. Thanks, Rudy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy.
Au revoir.
Yeah.
Mm.
Au revoir, indeed. That took a long time, man. That was
It was
Get
good.
to asking
It was great.
questions.
Before we let you go, you got one more.
So I guess the podcasting industry is not quite dead yet, guys, which is good for us because the Kelsey brothers have signed a 3-year, $100 million deal with Amazon and Wondery for the New Heights podcast. They're leaving Wave Sports behind.
is a lot of money for
Tom, you're an analytics guy, right?
Yeah.
And you're not really a football guy, but I gotta test your knowledge here. They both have 12-year careers and have made around the same amount of money. How much money do you think they have made in their careers playing football?
Great question.
I'm going to go with Jason Kelsey has made $18 million and Travis Kelsey has made
18? 1-8?
Yeah.
Well, I said that they've made the same amount, so I don't know why you're immediately
Also, he was
Discounting
Wait,
best-
Jason
Jason
Kelsey has made
Kelsey-
as much as Travis Kelsey?
You think
It's
Jason
weird. He's one
Kelsey
of the
played in the
best
80s?
He's one of the best
What do you-
offensive linemen in the league for
also
a
tight
decade.
ends were not well paid. So like Travis Kelsey didn't really start making
Yeah.
good
I'm-
money NFL money.
I'm going to go
for a
with
while.
50 million a piece.
I would guess 80.
That's
It's 80 million. So they've made
A
80
piece.
million each, 12
Yeah.
years in the league. They're about to get 50 million each, essentially, for 3 years of podcasting.
wow.
That's pretty insane.
I mean,
Do you-
that's
Now,
that's
Do you
Joe
know anyone
Rogan,
who listens to
that's-
that podcast? Or maybe
Yeah.
that's just saying more about me than it is them. But like,
look,
I can't
this is
say
what-
that I've been to anywhere where someone's like, yo, you got to listen to this Kelsey product.
this is the only way I can justify that number for any podcast.
Taylor Swift.
Well, not even. They got to do 5 days a week, and then they got to have like Taylor Swift on a Greg Cody Tuesday. Basically, you got to have Taylor Swift Tuesday or something like that. So, but there's no way that you do one episode a week, 60 minutes, and that's worth $100 million to Amazon, who wouldn't even pay for NFL highlight rights. You understand that Amazon had a whole
understand?
network. They had a whole network, right? 5 days a week from 6 a.m. to like 7 p.m.
Mhm.
And yet they did not want to pay for NFL highlight rights. And I know what you're thinking. Well, maybe they just show the highlights to their Thursday night game. They didn't even have the rights to do that.
Mm-mm.
Outside of their broadcast window for the Thursday night game, they could not show anything else because they did not want to pay for it. And I was like, you know what? For one of the richest companies in the world, that's a real odd decision if they want to be something that is meaningful in this space. But I get it. Everyone's got a balance sheet. Everyone's got a budget. And yet they found $100 million for a once a week podcast? Like for 3 years? Like Rogan doesn't get that much. Does he?
Well, no, he does.
So-
he gets
okay,
that much,
so
but also
Rogan got 250 mil. I don't know how many years, but that was the big number. Caller Daddy and Smartless have both signed with SiriusXM for 125 and then 100 mil.
but also I don't know about Caller Daddy, but Smartless and Rogan do downloads that the Kelsey Pod could never even dream of.
But the Kelsey Pod does well.
I think the Kelsey Pod does
it
really
does
well.
it does well for a sports podcast. But these are different realms of just popularity and traffic. I mean,
Do you
like
think there's a
Rogan does
Swiftie-
crazy numbers.
Do you think there's a Swiftie element to this that like maybe
Has to
there was
be.
a promise?
100%.
Has
Well,
to-
not a
But
promise, but
she
her,
doesn't.
her fans listen to it because of him. Like people follow her towards things that he does. But also Zach, according to Edison Research, shows with the largest weekly audience, Rogan's number 1, New Heights is number 4, Caller Daddy is 7, and Smartless is 8.
Yeah.
Holy,
The Daily is
really?
number 3. So it's like they were huge. Like they came out of the gate. Like last year was a really big year for them. I think 100% boosted by Taylor Swift.
That's what it was, but that's assuming like if they break
It'll
up.
continue.
But what if they don't break up? But she never comes on. No, but I'm just saying, like,
I mean, the money's the money at that point. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
But I'm curious.
How much do you think she gets?
Well, there's a couple things. There's a couple things. Number one, they don't break up, but she never appears, not even once. What does that mean for Amazon? Number two, and this one is big because I know this from working on, I'm not going to say who, but we consulted on another big name athletes podcast who got a big deal from one of these companies like Wondery or whatever. I'm not going to name the company either, but it was contingent. Like you got so much of it up front, and then the rest of it was contingent on you hitting.
That could
benchmarks.
very much be the case here. Like you get the headline of signed for $100 million. Like the headline
Maybe it's
is not
like a
necessarily
football
the
contract,
deal.
and it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Another non-guaranteed contract.
Yo, so Eden is in the chat, and she says that the Swifties don't care if Taylor ever appears on the podcast. As long as they're dating, they will support the show.
With that. Yeah.
And I Zach, because Maze is now betrothed, you and I, we got to find someone who's got that kind of a following. So maybe we should do a list of people and then systematically try to target them.
Target.
And
I don't like the word target.
Well, I'm just saying,
speaking of target, lethal shooter.
Zach?
I mean, not to brag, but I've liked plenty. I've liked plenty of stories and Instagram posts from Brie Larson. So that's kind of happening.
Doing your part.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Has she liked any of yours?
No.
Does Brie
Let me
Larson
see if she responded to the.
Wait, does she have like a fan base that is as motivated like the Swifties?
Let me see.
Kind of feel like this is a tough one.
I mean, she has 6.9 million followers.
But are they motivated? She's
gotta
weird.
get on the ground
floor.
floor.
I mean, she's getting 230,000 likes on a, like that's a significant number of likes.
I discovered Chapel Roan like last week because I saw like on TikTok there was something that Chapel Roan meltdown, and I thought it was Dave Chappelle had a meltdown at some place called Roan, and so I watched it and I realized. Then I thought she was the MAGA character from The Boys. You know who I'm talking about, Maze?
Oh, Firecracker.
I thought she was Firecracker. Then I realized, no, that's not Firecracker. This is an actual person. I've never heard of her in my life.
Well, it happens. She's taken over in the last like 3-4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like the last 3-4 days for me.
Yeah, well, it's been slowly building to the point where it reaches a means algorithm
radar.
Yeah.
It took this long.
Just a
this is it's my TikTok algorithm, Zach. Completely different algorithm.
But I mean, Eden asked, "What's the New Heights podcast about?" It's the Kelsey brothers. They have solid chemistry. I think Jason Kelsey is pretty like good and tells interesting stories. They have guests. They talk about football. It's pretty standard. He's going to be on TV this year. He's going to be on ESPN. So that'll be
none of that. Like it's strictly about will her fans continue to download the podcast?
And I think the answer is yes. Have you heard these rumors of like them maybe having like people approaching them to try to televise their wedding?
Oh, that's 100%.
Oh, so this would be like an Amazon Prime live stream.
This is a Kardashian Chris Humphries situation.
Yeah, I mean
no, come on.
People have been comparing it to like
Chris Humphries, man.
The Princess Diana wedding was the last wedding that might have had as much of a draw.
No, come on. There have been other weddings.
There have been.
Modakil.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were drawn to Hawaii for that.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
I mean, I respected Mo's wishes. We didn't live stream it, but we could have.
We had offers.
Guys, speaking of flights, have you guys heard of this Gazder Cherilus story?
Gaza? What?
The former NFL player who was arrested for
he peed on somebody.
Yeah,
on a flight.
On
hospitality.
The police report says he stood up and was angry at a fellow passenger. He was in 4D and she was in 3C, and he stood up and emptied his bladder entirely for 20 seconds on a 78-year-old
that was across the aisle.
Cross aisle. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So wait. No, not necessarily.
Yes, because the aisle is.
Isn't that going to be 2 spots per?
No,
it's because it's first class.
First
class. First class goes AC, DF.
Right. I was thinking Delta 1.
So
it was a Delta flight.
Oh,
this sounds like regular first class. Not like
a Delta 1. Yeah.
Not Delta 1. Yeah.
So he then claim this was medication induced.
Took us to
anger or the
medication that I
urination?
don't normally
Who farted?
use.
Who farted? Someone farted.
That was Tom's chair.
Oh,
or a fart.
Tom,
Yeah.
get up and sit back down in your chair.
Yeah, you got to replicate it, or
hold on.
or Lethal Shooter's going to say real talk.
Oh, come on.
They be lying.
Come on, chair. Resulted in
of.
behavior that is not representative of my character.
Oh, I forgot we're doing radio. Oh, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Anyone who says not representative of my character,
I would hope not. I
I want
mean,
someone
I would
to say
hope
it
he
is
hasn't peed on people on flights before.
NFL player P on flight.
I mean,
About an hour into the flight, so he was drunk. He showed up to Logan for a flight to Dublin, Ireland. About an hour into the flight, investigators said he walked up to an elderly woman, exposed himself, and emptied, quote, his entire bladder for approximately 20 seconds. Court documents said the passengers and crew on flight were in complete shock and feared for their safety. Sorry. The flight crew attempted to stop Cherilus, but they said he became unruly and aggressive. On his way back to his seat, he allegedly hit an elderly woman with his right hand. They needed 2 handcuffs to restrain him. And because the incident happened during the flight over Canadian waters, there is also a federal investigation.
It's an international incident. Yeah. Guys, I have some quotes here from a fellow passenger that was on the flight. She said her name's Connie Bush. I swear to God. And she said,
It means doing a thing.
I'm not doing a thing.
I thought
She
this was
said,
going to be real. It means doing a thing.
at first, I thought he was just going to expose himself. And then he may have pulled out his penis and it started to urinate. She had no idea who he was until Monday when he appeared in court.
I mean,
you just want to say that her last name was Bush. That's all.
Yeah,
that
that's
was.
exactly.
You didn't add anything to
nothing.
What was just said.
Nothing.
I
I thought you were going to say she didn't recognize him until he unzipped his pants and then said, "Oh, I know who you are.
I know you."
He was listed as 6'7", 315.
Yeah, I had 6'6", 280.
Okay, yeah. Pro Football Reference has him at 6'7", 315.
He's a large man.
He's from Haiti.
Does it have his cock measurement, or is that for the cockumentary only?
And scene.
Yeah.
What hand does he toss it with?
Thanks for enjoying the live stream.
Also documentary.
Bye.
Bye.